In this video, we'll explore the different light types you have and the different properties of your lights. So to do that, I'm going to create a new document, new layer, create a new 3D shape. So here's my sphere. Now by default, when I create a 3D scene, I have two default lights. And the first one is the infinite light. Here's my infinite light. I can select it from the scene or from the 3D panel. So I have something selected, I'll select my light. The other light I have is the environment light, which is the IBL. So here's the other one. You can see here's the texture, and I can just disable it. So I'm going to disable this one so we can see the other light better. Okay, so I'm going to select the infinite light. I have three light types in Photoshop. I have infinite, spot, and point. Okay, so we'll talk first at the infinite light. Okay, so the way to change the position of this light is you just simply select it with your rotate tool, and then you just rotate the light. So let's just change the position so we can see it better. Select it again, and here's my light. Okay, so let's take a look at the properties that we have here. The first one we have is the color, so I can change the color of the light. You can see that this looks like a red sphere, but it's actually not. Then let's just make something like that. You can see even the intensity will be changed. When you have some like a very dark color, you won't have a lot of lighting. And then you have the intensity here, so you can change the intensity of the light. Very straightforward. Then you have shadows. So if you have multiple lights, maybe you want some of them to be lighting the scene without casting shadows, so you can remove the shadows. And if you have the shadows, you can just make them soft or crisp. You can see now I have very crisp shadows, but I can make them soft. You can see this. Select this and render it. You can see here's my shadows. Let's just zoom in. Okay, I can't zoom in right now. So you can see here's my very soft shadows. Okay, so let's just go back to 3D. Take it down. Now, okay, let's just. Okay, then you have another option here, which is move to view. This will make your light move to the view that you're looking at. So, for example, I'm looking at the sphere from here. So let's say I have no lighting here. I want to add light to lit this portion of the sphere. So I'm going to just create infinite light. Here's the new infinite light. So let's change its color so we can see the difference between them. Make it red. And I can just move it to view. So when I go there, you can see the light is heading where I was looking at the sphere. So let's just go there, for example. I'm going to select this one and move it to view. And here's my light move to that view. Okay, so let's take a look at the other option that we have, the other type of light. So I'm going to just delete this one. And where's the other one? Just move it. Okay, before we talk about the other type of lights, you can see that when you have your light selected and you rotate, so you can change the position of the light. But sometimes you don't want to change the position of the light, you want to change the position of the shadows, which is exactly the same. But if you change the position of the light, the shadows will be changed. But sometimes it's not about the lighting, it's about the shadows. So if you want to make shadows look exactly in one place, you want to change the lighting. It sometimes could be tricky to have your shadows like in the place that you want them to be. Okay, so you have an option here. You can hold down shift and select you can see my cursor changes. Then I select the shadow. When I drag, I'll be dragging the shadow. So I can place the shadow directly where I want. And the light will be moving accordingly. Okay, so it's just a simple trick, but it's very useful. And let's just move on to the other type of lights. I'll go to the point light. Okay, let's just Move it a little bit and select. You can see the thumbnail is different from the infinite light. Here's the point light. Just this will be just a small point in 3D space that will emit light in all directions. So let's just zoom out just a bit. I want to see it better. Select it again. Okay, so the first option you have is the color intensity and shadows. They are exactly the same as the first one. Okay, the same thing. Let's just bring that again. So here's my light, so I can see it. I just reset the coordinate to 0 so we can see the light, so I can move it. Okay, this is getting just make 100. Okay, this is getting very slow here, and okay, so here's the light. You can see it. I'm going to just move it higher for like 900. Okay, so you can see the light in space. Then let's just okay, it's getting very slow, the viewport here. Okay, so you can select it from directly from the viewport. Then let's see the other option. The new option you have is your light fall off. So this will make light fall off. So as the name suggests, you have in-ear fall off and outer fall off. So if I'll adjust this, you can see the in-ear fall off adjusted in the viewport. You can see here's my first gizmo for the in-ear fall off and this for the outer fall off. So this will change the highlight on my sphere. You can see this. And I have an outer fall off. So here's the outer fall off. I'll adjust it. Now you'll start to see my shadow disappearing. So you can see here's the, I want to set it to good place. Something like a little bit more. Okay, it's getting tricky here. You need to use numbers. So that will take my shadow away. Take it 800. Okay, 1000. 9. Okay, I can't get it in the right place. But you can see the effect of the fall off. Okay, so this is the extra option that we have in the point light. Now the third type we have is the spotlight. This will have a different style. So this has a cone that will emit light from it, from the center of the cone. So let me just rotate the light to get it in the right place. And here's my light. Okay, so you have the exact same options. You can change the color. Okay, I didn't have to do that. Okay, you have color intensity, and you can enable shadows and adjust the softness of the shadow. So exactly the same. I'm not gonna stay playing with those. You have two extra options here. You have the hotspot and the cone. This will control your hotspot. Okay, so you can see here's your hotspot size. It's changing. So you have the outer cone and you have in-ear cone. See the smaller cone. This will define your hotspot. So this is getting slow and a little bit annoying. So take it out. You can see now this is the difference. Then you can change the cone, so you can make it bigger if you wanna let a wider range of your scene. Okay, let's just. I think this is going to be better from the slider. So you can see the cone here. If I wanna just go ahead and look at it from here, so you can see the shape of the light. Here's the cone. Here's my hotspot cone. So you can see you can change it from here. Here's your hotspot angle. So you can select and drag, and if you select this one, you can change the cone angle, bigger or smaller. And this is the end of the light. You can see how the light is where it's actually reaching. I can change the intensity, so the same thing. Okay, now so let's see the option that we have. This is the exact same option. This is the light fall off, but you can see how this just has a different look in terms of the different type. So I have an in-ear fall off. This will be controlled by this circle section of the cone. Okay, and here's the outer fall off. So as you can see, this is saying fall off end and the value, and I can adjust it from the viewport. And this is saying the fall off start. So the light before the start out, the fall off will be completely with complete intensity. Then the light will start to fall off from this point all the way to here. So make it there. Needs to be updated. So okay, the other option you have here, you have an extra option as well. So let's just do. You have point at origin. So if your light was in a different, for example, okay, not this. Okay, so it's pointing away. If I want, I can just click point at origin, and you can see this will point at the origin of my workspace. And I can do the same. I can move it to view. So you can see this. It's like I'm looking through the light. Okay, it's not reaching my object, but anyway. Okay, so let's see the other thing that we have in terms of lights. You have the preset. Now this is not a preset for the light itself. This is a lighting overall lighting preset. So if I'll change it to something like, for example, fire. Now if you take a look here, you have two lights. You have infinite light 1, infinite light 2. So you have red light and yellow light, like yellow orange light, warm one. So this is the effect of the fire. So it's like this is how you'll lead with the fire. And this one looks to be not in the position that it should be. Okay, so let's change the preset for something like, here's the primary colors. So you can see you have magenta, cyan, and blue. This will produce those primary colors for you. Looks like a normal map. So you can choose anything you want. You can see this bring you just directly to the scene, so be careful not to change this because this is a different preset. These are scene presets and these are lighting presets. Then you can change them at any time you want. But that changes to custom the preset when you're on a preset, this one for example, or so you can see I almost did that. Okay, down. Then when I change one of these lights, you can see I have the down preset. When you change the position, this changes the custom. Okay, so this is the lighting in Photoshop. You can see lighting is very simple in Photoshop. It's very easy to do. You have these three type of lights, and you have the image based lighting.